Testing, 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 testing. Almost there. Testing, testing, 1, 2. We almost here, y'all. It's about to start in a minute. Video resolution to 1280 by 720. Testing, testing, 1, 2, live and direct. Again. It's 320 by 180. Set resolution to 1280 by 720. It's 320 by 180. Testing, testing, 1, 2, testing. We are testing once again. This is not easy. YouTube don't make this easy. I've been on this 45 minutes trying to get it right. Testing, testing, 1, 2, Dre all day. I'm here. What I need to know is, can y'all hear me? If y'all can hear me out there, somebody got to let me know. I'm trying to get this all set up. Making sure everybody can see what's going on. Making sure I can see what's going on. I've been sitting here on the computer for an hour trying to get this right. Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. I'm here. If you can hear me, please leave a comment. Let me know that you can hear me now. I got to find out where the comments are at, because I need to see y'all comments in order to do this. The comments are very important. That's the reason I'm doing it. I ain't going to come on here and just be talking to y'all all day. I'll do that enough in the video. So bear with me 1 second while I try to find out where the comments are. When I find the comments, or if anybody knows, tweet me at DreAllDay. Alright, Tevin Cheatham, I saw you. What's going on? I just saw your comment. Now I'm trying to figure out if I could type in comments, because that would be important. I can see I can see one comment. Anybody else watching, let me know. Leave a comment. Let me know that you can see me. Tell me what the video quality is like too. I'm looking at the preview right now. It don't look that great, but I guess it's better than nothing. If you got any friends, let them know I'm here. Dre Baldwin is live right now. Let them know I'm here. I'm live. I'm tweeting, or I just tweeted out the link that I'm live on YouTube. There's only 3 people watching right now. So those 3 people, if you in the room, identify yourself. Let me know what's up. All right. Cruiser Viz, you can hear me. All right, Molly, what's going on? I'm taking all questions. I'm answering all questions. You got questions, go ahead. Put them into the comments there. I can't see the comments that y'all can. I can see y'all comments, but I can't see the box. I don't have nowhere to type. So all I can do is answer these questions. Everything's live. Y'all say y'all can hear me. Let me know what the video quality is like. Let your friends know I'm here. Hopefully we get this going properly in a moment. Just setting up a couple more things, so just bear with me for a minute. But go ahead and start putting in your questions and anything else you got to say. Go ahead and leave them in there. I'm looking at them right now. Alright, they said the video quality is not great. We'll get it right next time. So the video quality ain't good. I'll fix it next time. I've been on here since 11:58 a.m. Eastern Time. It's now 12:57. So it took me 59 minutes to get this up. We going with what we got right now. So that's how it's going to go. Like I always tell people who come to me telling me they can't find a gym or they can only get to the gym once a week, whatever. Work with what you got. This is what we got. What you see right now, this is what we got. It's going to be better next time, but we got to work with it right now. So I'm here. I'm on here. It's Friday afternoon. I'm probably going to take a nap when I'm done with this, but we're going to get into this live stream. Thank you, everybody who jumped in. I think we got about 8 people in the room right now. What I'm doing right now is trying to see what y'all can see so I can make sure we all on the same page here. I think a few of y'all, I think y'all are a few seconds behind me. I think it's a 30-second drag that YouTube does. One moment, please. See a few people tweeting me. Yeah, that video ain't great. I can see the video is not great, but it ain't that bad. Y'all can hear me. As long as you can hear me, you can hear what I'm saying. You can see my body. It ain't like we in great detail. It's just me sitting here in the chair in front of the computer. So we here. Let's get into it. I'm going through the comments right now. I ain't going to keep introducing myself. Y'all know who I am. Y'all here on this channel. My name is Dre Baldwin, a.k.a. DreAllDay. In Miami, Florida, by way of Philadelphia, PA. I think all y'all know that. Basketball player, visionary, hustler, whatever you want to call it. All the above. All right. Let me see if I can get this comments thing. Now, every time somebody puts in a new comment, it goes all the way up to the top. So then I can't just scroll through it. All right, everybody that's in here, I see y'all. Tevin, thank you. This guy's name is Wow That Sucks. Checking in from Canada. What's going on, everybody up in Canada? What part of Canada? What city you in? Let me know. Molly asked me, do I drink Powerade? No, I don't drink Powerade. I drink Gatorade. You seen the videos. Gatorade is my preferred drink of choice. I only drink Powerade if I go to the store and there's no Gatorade on sale. And Powerade is on sale, I buy some Powerades. But Gatorade runs the show. Everybody knows this. I'm a Gatorade drinker. Alright, everybody can hear me. Stefan Rajcevic. I know I butchered your name, but Stefan, out in Serbia. What's going on, everybody in Serbia? Tell me what city in Serbia you in, Stefan, because I played ball in Herceg Novi, Montenegro, so I'm familiar with some cities in Serbia. Let me see, Belgrade, Novi Sad. What else is in Serbia? Man, it was a minute ago. I can't remember the names of all the cities, but yeah. Lake Show, what's going on? 36 Nina 87. Hello to you too. Piedrick asks, the best tip I can give to a person trying to make it to the freshman basketball team as a point guard. The best tip I can give you, well, between now and whenever tryouts is, work on your game, develop the skills that you want to develop. You got to decide what kind of player you want to be. And sometimes people ask me something like, yo, how do you become a good point guard? But that doesn't really make sense because every point guard is different. If you look at Kyrie Irving, and then you look at Russell Westbrook and Derrick Rose, you look at Steve Nash, you got 4 different types of point guards. You got guys that like to drive and basically mainly scorers, and you got guys who like to pass, who they're mainly distributors, and they also are accurate shooters. But then you got a guy like Derrick Rose who's a scorer. That's a guy who's going to get you 25 points a game. Steve Nash will get you 16, 17, but he's more of a distributor. He's more of a passer. He's going to get the ball around. And he's not athletic. He's not going to dunk on nobody, whereas Russell Westbrook will dunk on anybody. And Russell Westbrook's more of a straight line guy. You give Russell Westbrook the ball, he's going to try to blow right past you in a straight line, a linear fashion. Whereas you get a ball to, say, Kyrie Irving, he's got all these moves and he's zigzagging all around because that's just the way he plays. But they're all point guards and they're all very good. So there is no one way to play the game. So the first part to answer your question, Piedric, is decide what your game is. You got to figure out who you are as a player. Decide your game. And don't base your game on, oh, I play this position. Because the positions are only made, I heard Kenny Smith say this, Kenny Smith that's on the TNT show. The positions were only designed so that people who were watching could understand who's who and what's what on the floor. That has no bearing on the actual players. You're just a basketball player. Whatever position you are, it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean like if I'm a shooting guard, that doesn't mean I can't go grab a rebound or block a shot. And if I'm a point guard, it doesn't mean I can't bring the ball down and shoot it if I want to shoot it. Or if I'm a center, it doesn't mean I can't shoot threes. I mean, y'all watch basketball, y'all know that. So the positions don't determine your game. You have to decide what your game is. So decide what your game is, then work on the skills that you want to develop. Any skill you want to develop in this game, I have covered it ad nauseum here on YouTube. There's over 3,000 videos here. Any skill you name, I've covered it. Everything that I'm putting out now, from here and for the foreseeable future, a lot of this I'm trying to take the game to the next level, bring in new combinations, new drills, new skills, new ideas, new motivations that people didn't know about before. So that's what I'm doing now. But all the basics are covered. Layups, ball handling, scoring, shooting, defending, certain game situations. I could do more game situations, but when I put some more game film up, of course, I'll cover that. One-on-one stuff, footwork, post moves, everything's covered on video. And if you need it in writing, you want something you could take with you to the gym so you can work on your own, we got Hoop Handbook, hoophandbook.com. Simple, basic programs. All you got to do is follow the programs. You can take it, have it right there on your phone. Watch the little preview video so you can see what it is, see my description of the move, do a certain number of repetitions. It's all done. So, Piedric, to answer your question, figure out your game, work on your game as far as tryouts go whenever they are. I mean, you got to do something to stand out. Whenever tryouts are, everybody gets nervous at tryouts. Any tryout I go to when I was in school, I would be nervous at up until I got to college when I pretty much knew I was going to destroy guys. Plus, it was fewer people at tryouts in college. But as high school, everybody's going to try out because everybody think they can play basketball at that age. The more age you go up, fewer and fewer people got that quote-unquote hoop dream. So you'll actually have less competition, relatively speaking. But as far as tryouts go, do something to stand out. Show your game. Whatever it is you're good at, show your game. If you're a leader, be a leader. You're a shooter, be a shooter. Don't try to do anything that you cannot do. That will destroy you at tryouts. Try to do something you can't do. You're going to look bad doing it, and the coach is going to say, no way. Because he don't know you. So you might have just made one bad decision. You might be a great player, but that one bad decision, that's all he has to go off of. So he has to say, all right, get that guy out of here. I'll go with the guy that didn't do anything dumb. Like try to shoot a three when he don't shoot threes, or try to dunk when he can't dunk. Do what you do best. Show your game. That's all I can tell you. I mean, it's really, tryouts vary so much from one team to the next, from one city to the other. There's so many coaches, teams, players, situations. But just show up, tie your shoes up tight, play hard, be mentally prepared for what you're going into. Your mental preparation is more important than your physicals, because by the time the tryouts come, whatever you are physically, that's what you are. It's not going to change in one day. It ain't going to change in 24 hours. Your mental preparation. Do what you need to do to get yourself ready mentally, whether that be building up your confidence, whether it be certain music you like to listen to, a book you want to read, a person you need to talk to, you need to, psych yourself up like people do when they're lifting weights. Whatever you need to do, get yourself in that mental zone to do what you got to do for tryouts. That's a long-ass answer. So hopefully that gives you what you need. P.A. good luck. Tevin asked me what I think about the NBA playoffs. It's fantastic. The NBA playoffs is good. I mean, the Miami Heat are dominating in the East. They only lost one game so far. That Knicks-Pacers series really sucks. I love basketball. I love watching basketball, but that's some terrible basketball being played over there between Indiana and New York. I just want that series to be over. Whoever's going to win, just win. Right now, since the Knicks extended the series last night by winning Game 5, I'm hoping they win Game 6. I want the Knicks to win Game 6 tomorrow night so we at least get some excitement out of that series. We get a Game 7 in the Garden in New York. You know, all the pressure's going to be on Melo because he's the biggest star out of everybody on both teams. And if the Knicks win, we get what we really want to see in the Eastern Conference, which is Miami versus New York for the conference championship. That's going to be... I actually don't think that's going to be much of a fight. I think Miami going to kick New York's ass in 5 games if that happens. But just the Miami versus New York dynamic will be great because that's the late 80s, early 90s when the Knicks and Heat used to go at it, the whole Pat Riley changing team saga. And whenever, for those of you who don't know, I live in Miami, whenever the Knicks come play in Miami, all the New York people that live around here come out. They just come out of the woodwork because you don't even know who's from New York. In Miami, everybody's from everywhere, but you find out all these New Yorkers are right next to you when the Knicks come to town. If they play for the conference championship, I know Melo's going to dominate. Melo's going to get a 40 or 50-point game, maybe more than one in the series. The Knicks, the Heat usually put Battier on him, and he kills Battier. So hopefully the Knicks win Game 6. I want them to win Game 6. We get some excitement for Game 7. And then if they get Game 7 at home, after winning 2 in a row with their backs against the wall, hopefully they win Game 7. We get a Knicks-Heat series. I'll be happy for that. Heat-Pacers series will be good, too, because the Pacers are going to be just like the Bulls. They're going to bring the fight to the Heat. They're going to try to play physical. They got to do something other than try to make it a match of talent versus talent, because the Heat's going to win. Any match of talent, the Heat's going to beat you. So you got to find a way to beat them other than talent. They got the best player in LeBron James. He got 2 stars next to him in Bosh and D-Wade. He got the role players like Battier, Udonis Haslam, the Birdman, shooters. And we got Norris Cole. We got shooters like Ray Allen, Mike Miller, Mario Chalmers. Like, that team is perfectly constructed around LeBron James. It's a perfect LeBron James team. So you can't beat the Heat on talent. You got to find another way to beat them. The Bulls had the right idea. Can't actually call it a blueprint because it didn't work. They had the right idea. Maybe with Derrick Rose, they would have had a better chance. But like I told people, they played the Heat in 2011, and they lost 4-1 the same way they did this year. So who knows? As far as the Western Conference NBA playoffs, the Spurs finished off Golden State, which I pretty much expected. Golden State was a great story, but we're getting into real hooping right now. You can't base it on. All right, just making sure we still running here. All right. You can't base it on, a guy getting hot, hitting threes, and Stephen Curry. I like Curry, but there's no way he was going to beat the Spurs. Like, Stephen Curry's good, but he ain't Kobe. He ain't Shaq. He ain't LeBron James or Russell Westbrook, Durant, nothing like that. Not yet, at least. Maybe he'll get to that level, maybe not. He's definitely an all-star, but a team like the Spurs with that championship pedigree, they got all those championship rings between all their players and their coaching staff. You got to kill a team like that. You can't just punch them in the face and stand there and look at them. You got to punch them in the face and hit them again and get them on the ground and keep beating them till their body don't move no more. You got to kill a champion, and the Golden State Warriors wasn't ready to do that. I think they'll be a force in the future, but I don't see them beating OKC at full strength. And if the Spurs keep their team together, of course Duncan's probably on his way out, Ginobili also. So I think the Spurs got 1 or 2 more runs in them. Golden State's up and coming, but they out of there. Memphis is tough. Memphis is tough. I like the Heat. I live in Miami, so I'm somewhat of a supporter of the local team, but I'm more just a neutral basketball fan. But since LeBron and the Heat, they the best team, so I like the Heat. I like Memphis too. They are very tough. They got 2 very good big men. Conley's playing great. The only thing with the Grizzlies is if they had Rudy Gay, I would think that they might be able to beat the Heat in a series. Because Rudy Gay, of course he ain't no LeBron James, who is. But Rudy Gay's athleticism and skill is enough to somewhat offset what LeBron can do. Now, you take him out and put Tayshaun Prince in that spot? No, I don't think so. LeBron's going to destroy him. And their weakest spot, that's their weakest spot, the small forward spot. They got 2 stars at the bigs. They got Conley at the point, who's just starting to play great. Tony Allen, who's a great defender, or Bayless off the bench at the 2. Their weakest link is that 3 spot. It's not like Tayshaun Prince is garbage, but he's their weakest link. And if your weakest spot is the other team's strength, and this guy's strength, the other team's strength just happens to be the best player in the world right now, that's a problem. So I would love to see a Heat-Memphis series. That's what I want to see, actually. Heat against Memphis, because that's going to be a tough series. Is such contrasting styles. So the Grizzlies got great D, and the Heat do too, but the Grizzlies, of course, their strength is their 2 bigs, while the Heat's strength is the wings. And even their all-star big man in Bosh is more of a mid-range shooter, a great mid-range shooter, but he's more of a shooter than he is a banger. Whereas the Grizzlies got those 2 bangers down low, so you're gonna see we might get a Joel Anthony sighting in the NBA Finals if that happens. But we thinking ahead right now. I am excited to see Memphis, San Antonio again, and like I said, hopefully we get Knicks Heat. That's what I want to see. Knicks against the Heat, even though I think the Heat gonna destroy them. All right. I got to shorten up my answers. I'm talking too much. I only answered 2 questions. All right. Rachel went to work on this game. That's cool. Wow, that sucks. It's from Atlantic, Canada. Atlantic, Canada, is that a city or a state? What part of the country is that in? I don't know the country like that. Wow said you can see my nipple in high definition. Hey, you see the workout videos now. You got no shirt on, so you can see the nipple. You'll live. All right, next question. What I think about Isostar from Latvia? That's Kenny Superman asked me that. I have no idea who that is. I am guessing that's a team in the Latvian league, but I haven't played in Latvia. I haven't even been to Latvia. I'm not sure I know any players playing out there right now, so I don't know anything about them. So you can tell me something about them, because you probably know more than me. Thomas Sans HC, what's going on? I'm here. I'm checking my app replies right now, so I think a bunch of people is checking me out on Twitter. Now I got to keep my finger down on the keyboard right now, on my computer keyboard, because the comments keep scrolling back to the top, which is annoying. So I can't tweet back to y'all at the same time. Well, I'm going to try to tweet. I'm going to try to retweet a couple of y'all and tweet back. All right, here we go. Stefan's from Belgrade. Okay. I need to visit Belgrade. I heard it goes down out there in Belgrade, Serbia. I got to go in there. Vampire Wannabe is from Vietnam. The only Asian up in this bitch. All right, man. What city in Vietnam? What city in Vietnam are you from? Let me know. Oh, wow, that sucks. He's from the east coast of Canada. Okay. R. Malloy asking what's my favorite flavor of Gatorade. I don't even know the names of the flavors. I just go by colors. But when I go to the store, I usually buy them on sale. So I just go by colors. Like I like the orange one, orange, and the like the citrus, whatever that's called, citrus, the blue, the purple, the red, the green. I like all of them. Yellow. I like all the Gatorades. I don't discriminate. Whenever I go, I just get a bunch of different colors. And each day when I'm about to drink one, I just pick whichever one I feel that day. Thomas McKeever asked me, have I ever asked to be taken out of a basketball game? Never, ever in my life have I asked to be taken out of a basketball game. Ever. Only if it's a blowout and the game's almost over and I see one of our bench guys hasn't played much, I say, all right, you can get in for me and get you some playing time, maybe get your career high now that the game's over. But during the game, I never asked to be taken out. Cruiser Viz said, I'm loved in London. What's going on, London? I like it out there in London. I ain't spent a ton of time out there, but I've been out there a few times. Only thing about London to me is the damn British pound is the most valuable currency in the world because it's worth more than the euro, and we know the euro is worth more than the dollar. So whenever you bring American money to London and you exchange it, you like, damn, what happened to all my money? Because the British pound is a a very valuable currency. But shout out to everybody out there in London, England, the UK. I do want to spend some time out in London. You know, I was going to go to the BBL in London, but they wouldn't sign me. They would not sign me. What team was it? It was a team called the Raiders, I think. They was going to have like an open camp. This is a couple years ago. I was going to go to the camp, but they canceled the camp. I don't know why they canceled it. And then I spoke to a couple teams in the BBL, but nothing went down. So nobody from the BBL signed me, but I would love to play in England. It just didn't happen. Rocky Balboa said, did I play indoor or outdoor when I was young? I played outdoor my entire life. I didn't play. The first time I started playing on the indoor court every day was my freshman year of college. Up until the age of 18, 19, I was playing outdoors every single day. This is outside, concrete, 95 degrees, 98% humidity, Philadelphia summers. Every day I was just out there on my own practicing. No YouTube back then, no email, no nothing, no trainers, nothing. I was just out there on my own working. All right, this comment thing is killing me. I gotta find a solution. Stealth out in Bulgaria. What's up to everybody in Bulgaria? Shout out to Stealth. Nenia said, best advice for a new player who's been playing 1 to 2 years, playing center or forward, in terms of what to focus first to work on individually. People in North Carolina like me here too, Dre. Oh yeah, shout out to North Carolina. One of my best friends is from North Carolina, out in the Raleigh, Carolina area. I've been out there a lot. That Raleigh area is crazy. If you want to go to college, go to a school that's in Raleigh, North Carolina, you'll have fun. At least socially. I don't know nothing about the academics, but socially it'll be great. All right, but Nini, best advice for a player in terms of what to focus on. Focus on fundamentals. Don't matter what position you play, male or female, fundamentals. First of all, can you dribble the ball? If I pass you the ball, can you catch it? Can you dribble it from right here to right there without messing up? Can you pass it from this guy to that person without messing up? And can you make a layup? With your left hand, can you make a layup with your right hand? That's it. Catch the ball, dribble the ball, pass the ball, make a layup. You cannot do those 4 things surely, without a problem, consistently. You shouldn't be working on nothing else. So focus on your fundamentals first. Any position, any age. I don't care if you're 40 years old, you just started basketball. If you call me to train you, you're 40 years old, it's your first day playing basketball. We're going to do basic dribbling drills and layups until you get them right. So focus on the fundamentals. Malloy. Oh, man, stream. Anybody know anything about live streams? Tell me how I can pull up the comment section without having to do this scrolling thing. This is annoying. All right, R. Malloy says he's watching from Ireland, land of the leprechauns. What's up, R. Malloy? Almost played in Ireland. I got a story about damn near every country. I was in Germany, and this team from Ireland was they needed a new player because they lost their player. They was about to sign another guy. And since I was already in Europe, I was working with an agent, and he was forwarding me all the emails back and forth between him and the team, and they was all set to sign me. This is like right before Christmas, because I was gonna go home for Christmas, and I didn't tell anybody back home, but I would have told them if the deal would have went through. I'd have said, I'm not coming home for Christmas, because they had a game in Ireland this year. Christmas was on a Saturday this particular year. I was just gonna go straight to Ireland. They had a game that day. December 25th in Ireland. I was going to go to Ireland, but they ended up deciding to not sign any new players, so I ended up not going. So to this point, at this exact moment, I've never been to Ireland. But shout out to R. Malloy. Kenny Superman says the best high school to go to in the U.S. Man, I have no damn idea what high school. Any high school. High school for what? I mean, you mean for basketball, for academics, for social, for what? Just go to school. Go to the school that you want to go to. If you're a good player, they'll find you. And Nenia says she's Asian too. So the person in Vietnam, you are not the only Asian in this room right now. Who else we got? Someone asked, can we get concessions on add 10 inches to your vertical? What do you mean concessions? Like a deal? Deal is if you get the program, the jump, which is the jump manual for those of you who don't know. You can go to DreAllDay.com/jump, I also got a free handout on my website. Go to my website, click on the link that says Jump Higher, and there's a free handout right there that can show you how you could be jumping higher in 45 minutes. There's a few ideas and exercises you could do right in your living room to jump higher. As far as offering a deal on the actual price of the jump manual, I cannot do that. Jump manual is not my program. I did not create the program. It's created by a guy named Jacob. If you go through my videos, go to my channel and search, type in the name Jacob, Jacob. You'll see that Jacob has done about 4 or 5 videos for me on my channel. He's the guy that made the jump manual. It's his program. We work together. So no, there are no concessions on the program. But if you get the jump manual, send me the receipt from your purchase. You'll get 5 free hoop handbooks or any of my DVDs, or I'll give you half off for the price of the total package, which is every workout program I've ever created plus the DVDs. So that's that. Stefan's in Belgrade. I got that. We'll upload the recording of this stream later. Yes, this video will be a regular YouTube video later when this is over. Hopefully it won't be too hard for me to figure where that is, but yes, this will be a full video when it's over. So if you got to go, you can go, but we're going to keep it going right now. Grizzlies versus Spurs will be good, Lake Show says. Yes, it definitely will. Grizzlies versus Spurs will be a great series. I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be very physical. Plus, they just played each other a couple years ago, so that familiarity is going to make it good. Piedrick. Now, Piedrick, all right, I got to keep it real with you. He follows up with another question. Piedrick's the guy that asked, or Piedrick, hopefully I'm pronouncing your name right. He's the guy that asked, what should I work on if I want to make the freshman team as a point guard? And I gave that long-ass answer. Now he follows up with, he wants to be an all-around player, pass, shoot. I lost it. He said, I want to be an all-around player, pass, shoot, have handles, but what would an average or your coach most look at? I don't know. I can't speak for anyone else. Even if I was a coach right now, I couldn't speak for what your coach is looking for, and you cannot go into a tryout or a workout or any type of camp or combine, anything, trying to be what you think they want. That is the wrong question. You're answering the wrong question, Pedro. You cannot go into it trying to get into their head. You have no idea what they want. You have to be the player you are. If you're a good player, they will like you and they will take you. You can't go in it like, okay, I think they want somebody who can shoot, so I'm going to shoot threes all tryouts. You don't know what they want. So you can't go in there trying to please them. You got to go in there being who you are. Basketball is basketball. It's one objective on offense, which is score. The objective on defense is stop the other team from scoring. You understand those objectives, and everything you do on the floor is working towards those 2 objectives. I don't care where you're from, what team you coach, what style you like to play. Any player that works towards those objectives efficiently and consistently, I want that player on my team. So that's all you got to look at. You can't think what the average coach is looking for. You have no idea. There's a million coaches in the world. You can't go into it trying to guess. You got to be the player that you are. So first, figure that out. Then work on your game. Figure out who you are. Don't try to guess what the coach is thinking. Don't try to guess what the other player is going to do. Don't try to be like Derrick Rose. You got to look in the mirror and figure yourself out. Once you figure yourself out, then maybe you can think about other people. But you haven't even started to figure out yourself yet. That's all you need to worry about. And that's going to take you a couple years to work on, not 5 minutes. Next question. Nenia says, what's going to happen first? If I can get back to that. Jason Kidd make a field goal or Carmelo Anthony make an assist? Carmelo Anthony make an assist. As he gets the ball more often. QWERTY34235 says, what do I do to recover following a game or workout? Stretch. I have a video with a stretch, foam rolling, which I will get a video out in the next, before the end of the year. Foam rolling, dynamic stretch. I got videos on that. Got videos on stretching. I covered all that stuff. I don't do much ice baths. I would if I had an ice bath in my house, but I don't have one in my house. So stretching, foam rolling, and of course rest. Drink water, get fluids back in your body. Happy Gangsters wants Grizzlies versus Heat, which would be good. He says Heat would kill Knicks. Yeah, Heat would kill the Knicks. But the Knicks play better when they play against the Heat than they're playing against the Pacers for some reason. I don't know why. Happy Gangster said Stephen didn't perform well because of his injury. I guess he's referring to Stephen Curry. Well, Stephen Curry gets injured often. I mean, he hurts his ankle a lot, so we can't really say, well, he didn't play good because of that. And then we could say the Bulls didn't play good because of Rose, but injuries happen. That's part of the game. So that's just what you got to roll with. Whatever your situation is, you got to roll with it. You won or you lost. 10 years from now, nobody's going to say, oh, well, you know, the Heat won the championship because Stephen Curry hurt his ankle. No, all it's going to be is the Heat won the championship, or whoever wins it. Or it's going to say the Spurs beat the Grizzlies. It ain't going to be no footnote, oh, Stephen Curry was hurt. It's just Spurs 4, Warriors 2. That's it. It's messed up that Curry got hurt, but it's part of the game for people to get hurt. Next. Wow, that sucks. Had to bounce. All right, it'll be up later. Sammy Belmont asked me, have I ever been to Toronto? Yes, I have been to Toronto. I like Miami better, but yes, I have been to Toronto. It's a nice city. I ain't really go through the entire city, but I went to some shopping center and went to some dessert place, somewhere to eat. I don't remember the names of anything, sorry. Jamil said he should be working on his game. All right, do that. Marco's from Belgrade. So 2 people from Belgrade, 2 people from the same city in here. Shout out to everybody in Serbia. Shout out to Montenegro. Shout out to all the former Yugoslavian nations. Tevin said his freshman year he had trouble with confidence. Coach says he has potential, but he doubts himself too much. Tevin, I got videos on confidence. Just go to my channel and search confidence and look through my weekly motivation playlist. There's over 130 videos in that playlist. Watch all of them. Or look at the titles, find which ones apply to you. But I've covered confidence ad nauseum. Definitely. Any of y'all who don't know, I wrote a book last year. It's called Buy a Game. It's completely free. You can go to my author website, which is DreAllDay.me. My book, Buy a Game. It's completely free. You get a free PDF. You can read it right on your computer, save it to your phone, whatever. You can also get it for your Amazon Kindle or your iBooks, your iTunes store. Raleigh, North Carolina. Okay. I see that. I like Raleigh. Somebody just updated me on Latvia. They said they got Shedrick Haynes, Aaron Brackett, E.J. Rowland, Andrews Biedrins, and lots of others. I heard of a couple of those names. Of course, Biedrins. He's still in the NBA. Okay, yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of Americans out there, but not anybody that I know personally. But thank you for the update. Pedrick asked me, did I play in college and what college? And man, you must be new around here. Go to my website, DreAllDay.com. Everything's covered. Like I just said, I wrote a book. Anything you want to know about me, you can find at DreAllDay.com. It's all covered. How I came up playing, where I'm from, my size, my videos, full games, my professional career, what teams I played for, what countries I've been in, all those situations. Everything's covered either in my book or on my website. Everything. Anything you want to know about me. Code breakdown from Soviet Russia, where game works on you. All right. Soviet Russia. Shout out to the people in Russia. I haven't really heard from Russia that much, but shout out to Russia. PJ asked, how do you improve your mental game in basketball? And PJ, you got to get off the internet and get to work, man. Asking all these questions ain't going to help your game. I covered it all in video. This is what I got to tell people. You're going to question yourself to death. We call that analysis paralysis. When people just keep asking question after question after question, and they thinking, contemplating, and then a year goes by and they've taken absolutely no action. Take action first, ask questions later. You'll thank me for that. Vietazin dude. Whatever. He says, I'm thinking about attending the D-League tryout for the experience. Do I think he should try it, and do I think he can handle the intensity? Man, how the hell would I know? I don't know you. I don't know what you should do as far as the D-League tryout. I mean, you're an adult. If you think about going to a D-League tryout, that means you're an adult. You're at least 18 years old, because you got to be 18 to try out. You got to make that decision for yourself. Once you get over 18, you can't ask somebody else what you should do. If you want to go ahead and try out. And I have no idea if you can handle the intensity, because I don't know what the intensity will be. I have no idea who you are or your mental makeup. And neither does anybody else. You're the only person that can answer that question. Tom Sillins. Hi, Toms. What's going on? Where are you from? Kish Bell asked me which Irish team wanted to sign me. I don't remember the name of the team. I have no idea. I don't even know if they said the name. I just know it was a back and forth between the manager and my agent. Somebody asked me about the Houston Rockets thing, the sign Dre Baldwin. The video update's coming in a week. Video update will be on YouTube. You'll see it. I will cover that. A lot of people have been asking me, did I hear back from Maury and all that. All the Twitter thing will be covered next week in a video. Lake Show says, I think Kevin Durant needs to be blamed for losing against the Grizzlies. They had the opportunity, but they couldn't make shots. I mean, it ain't really blame. I mean, it's just a game. You win or you lose. They lost. It ain't really like somebody has to be blamed. I wouldn't even say something went wrong. They played against a team that was better than them. They lost. I don't think anybody has to be blamed. Nobody has to have a finger pointed at them. A loss is a loss. Every game, one team's going to win, another team's going to lose. Of course, he's the best player, so he's going to shoulder it himself because he's the leader. He's going to say, it's on me, I need to do better. And those are things that he did say. That's what a leader does. So I don't think there's anything negative we got to put on top of him. But, you know, Kevin Durant is the second best player in the world, no matter what. And I think we all agreed on that next to LeBron James, so that's that. Thomas McKeever asked me, do I have any pregame rituals? Not really. Just get myself mentally prepared for the game in my own personal ways, depending on the situation and game, and that's that. Vampire Wannabe say towards ACL 6 months ago. How do you play ball again when you're scared of getting injured and not playing your best? You should probably ask Derrick Rose that question. But I have no idea. I never tore my ACL, knock on wood. Hopefully I don't. Maybe you should see a physical therapist. I don't know if you did or not, or see a doctor. I don't know how you come back from an ACL injury. If you're scared, I understand you're scared because you got hurt before, but scared and playing good basketball don't go together. So if you're scared, you're not ready to play. When you ain't scared no more, that's when you should get back on the court. But that's in general. But I have no idea about how to come back from any injuries because I haven't had anything serious, and hopefully I don't. Jesse Fontenot. How do you deal with coaches that pick favorites? It's a good question. 9 times out of 10, the coach is not picking favorites. He's just picking the players that are better than you. That's the truth. I hear a lot of players say the coach plays favorites, but the coaches don't really play favorites. Coaches don't have personal vendettas against 15-year-old kids. Most of the time, they don't. If the coach really didn't like you, you wouldn't be on the team. So if you're on the team and you think the coach is playing favorites, he's probably not. He's probably just playing people who give his team a better chance of winning. Most coaches in high school or college, you know, it's their job to be a coach. So if their team doesn't perform, they lose that job. They don't want to lose their job. They're not going to lose their job because they hate a 15-year-old or a 16-year-old or whoever you are, whatever grade you're in, wherever you play at. They can be any player. The coach wants to win. So if you're not playing as much as you want to, you know what you need to do? What you just asked me, you need to go ask the coach. Go to the coach's office. You on the team. You see the coach every day. So why would you ask someone other than the coach the situation? Say, hey, coach, how can I get more playing time? Why am I not playing more? Why is this guy playing in front of me? I'm better than this guy. Shouldn't I play more than him? You ask him. Ask the coach directly what the problem is. In life, I've found when you got a problem with another person, not even a problem, an issue, there's something between you and this other person that's on your mind, you have to go address the issue directly. You got to address this person, sit them down. It could be your friend, it could be your brother or sister, your mom, your dad, your coach, your teacher, your coworker, your boss, one of your employees. you got to pull that person aside and say, hey, let me talk to you for a minute and say what you got to say. A lot of times people, they have an issue with another person and then they go to somebody else and talk about the issue. Like everything that they won't say to the person they got the situation with, they say it to somebody else and then it never gets resolved. So you got to go address it head on. So any of you players out there got an issue with your coach, you on the team. You see the coach every single day. Go talk to the coach. If a coach can tell when a player got a problem with their situation, it shows through. You can't hide it when you got a problem because you're in practice in the games every day. A coach can see that you got a problem. But if you don't say nothing, how's a coach supposed to respect you? A coach will respect you more if you approach them. Even if they disagree with you, the coach will respect you more because you had the balls to approach them and say something. So go approach your coach and find out what the problem is. Don't have to be in a negative way, but just ask them, hey, what can I do to get more playing time? How can I get on the team? Or whatever your situation is. But most of the time, your coach is not playing favorites. That's just a weak cop-out. Stephen said, if I ever come to Belgrade, I can have a beer from him. All right, no doubt. No doubt. R. Malloy said I retweeted him. All right, what's up, R. Malloy? I got that retweet. I got my Twitter right here. Oh, R. Malloy is Ross Malloy. I see you, Ross. I just looked at your tweet right now from Galway, Ireland. 13 years old. Nina from North Carolina, I see you. Right here. Superman. Who is this? Superman in NYC. I don't know what your name is, but I just retweeted you. Sam Dunham, he tweeted me, asked for a shout out on his live feed. Now everybody gonna ask me, but shout out to Sam Dunham from Oklahoma. Samuel Dunham from Oklahoma. Shout out to Sam. He the first one that asked me, so he gonna be the one that gets the tweet. Hella Dark, he checked in on the live stream 37 minutes ago. Shout out. Who else is on here? All right, Nina, I see you tweeting me. I see those tweets. All right, what else we got here? Josh Nash says, do I bring my knees up when jumping? Depends on what kind of jumping. If you're talking about jumping like going for a slam dunk, you bring your heels up. So instead of bringing your knees up to your chest, you bend your knees and bring your heels up to your butt. Because what that does is bring the hamstrings into play. You want to bring the hamstrings into place. The hamstrings will give you an extra 1 or 2 inches of vertical if you bend your knees while you're up in the air. That's usually when you jump off 2 feet. When you jump off 1 foot, of course, you got one leg down, one leg is thrusting up, one leg is coming off the ground. So try to bring your heels up when you jump off 2 feet. If you bring your knees up, it'll send your momentum backwards. You're usually going forward to the court. So bring your heels up, let your hamstrings come into play, your glutes. Might get you an extra inch of vertical. Might be a difference between making a shot and missing it. Marco said he's using the vertical hoop handbook. He got really good results. Thanks, Dre. You're welcome, Marco. Glad to hear that. Kish Spell says he's 6'3", 16 years old, 150 pounds. He's a good shooter. He wants to be 6'5". Should he start lifting weights now? Well, you can't control how tall you're going to be. So what you do is not going to determine, your height won't be changed. Now, if you want to work on your weight, your strength, and your basketball skill, you can control those things. You can alter those. But your height, you can't alter. If you want to start lifting weights at 16, yeah, you can absolutely start lifting weights. That's covered. Hoop handbook. It's called The Position of Power. It was written completely by my personal trainer. Her name is Maria. I've seen the videos. The woman in the videos, that's my trainer. She wrote that program. It's a 10-week strength training program. That's for people who have access to a gym, who can actually use weight equipment, like talking weights, Swiss balls, pull-up bars, anything like that. If you don't have equipment, you need a workout you can do with no equipment whatsoever. On the same website, hoophandbook.com, it's called Ultimate Athlete. It's a 15-week program that covers all the athletic aspects of being a basketball player. Strength, power, agility, flexibility, speed, quickness, endurance, conditioning is all covered in the Ultimate Athlete. Strength training is covered in Position of Power. Vampire want to be asking me the worst injury. I don't even want to answer that. I don't want to get into this injury talk. I don't want to speak that into existence. I believe in that. So nothing serious. Nothing bad. Knock on wood. DP Photo says, thanks for the videos. It definitely improved his game. You're welcome. Thank yourself too, because thanks for the videos that improved his game. All the videos did was give you an idea. You still had to go out there and do the work. So thank yourself if your game improved. Jamil said he don't have practice today, so he can watch this. That's good. I'm glad you're here. Thomas said my video on playing scared helped his game. Oh, you're welcome, Thomas. League Show asked me, have I ever heard of Jabari Parker or Aaron Gordon? Yeah, I heard they're just graduating high school now and they're going to college. I don't know what school they're going to. I think one of them's going to Duke and the other guy, maybe Kentucky. I have no idea. I don't watch college basketball at all. Not 1 minute of college basketball. But I have heard those names. I actually rather watch high school than college, but the pros is number one. I watch NBA basketball. That's pretty much what I watch. Baller Gorilla said, what do I think about the Splash Brothers? Is that what they call them? Klay Thompson and Stephen Curry on Golden State Warriors in general. I mean, they're good. They are good. They're both young players. That's definitely the backcourt of the future. I like Mark Jackson. I love Mark Jackson as a coach. I think Golden State's going to be a good team. I mean, they got, in that conference, they're going to be going up against the Lakers when Kobe gets back. We'll see what the Lakers look like. Shouldn't even say the Lakers right now. The Clippers, we're not sure about them either because they probably getting a new coach. Hopefully they get a new coach. And we don't know what's going to happen with the Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, DeAndre. We don't know if they're keeping that team together. I think Golden State looks good. If Andrew Bogut gets 100% healthy, and they lost Brandon Rush, they got Harrison Barnes. If they can keep Jarrett Jack, I'm not sure they can. He probably should be starting for somebody. They got a damn good team, Golden State Warriors. They got a good coach, and most of that team is relatively new being together. So I think they really are a force for the future. But they're gonna need to add some. Oh, yeah, David Lee. David Lee got hurt. He was an all-star last year. He's a double-double guy. Yeah, they got a hell of a team. They can stay healthy. Bogey gets injured a lot. Curry gets injured a lot. David Lee just got injured. He's usually pretty good. They got a team. We'll see. It's hard to say because from season to season, it always looks like a young team. They lose, and you're like, oh, they're gonna be the team for the next 10 years, and then something crazy happens, and you never see them again. Like the Bulls was supposed to be the up-and-coming team in the East. Derrick Rose tears his ACL, so he missed 2 straight playoffs. He got hurt in Game 1 last year, and then he missed all the playoffs this year. So you never know. That window closes quickly. Then the Bulls went and lost Omer Sheik, which they could use him. He's pretty damn good. So you never know. You never know what's going to happen with these teams from year to year. It's too many different variables. Same thing with OKC. They lost to the Heat in the finals, and everybody said, oh, it's going to be OKC against the Heat for the next 20 years. Not 20 years, but for the next 5 years, OKC against the Heat every year. Then what happens? They trade James Harden, Westbrook gets hurt, now they lose in the second round. And the Heat, with injuries, you never know. Injuries can change everything just that fast. Favorite player out there, NBA, college, high school. Favorite player is a dude named Dre Baldwin. He got all these videos on YouTube. Somebody asked me about the NBA and what's my goal now. Like I said, Dre Baldwin videos coming out soon. Next week it will be out. What do I think about the Celtics? What do I think the Celtics should do this offseason? Trade Pierce and KG or keep them? Well, the Celtics will make the playoffs if they keep Pierce and KG, but they're not beating the Heat. And they probably won't beat the Bulls at full strength either. I think the Bulls could beat the Celtics with the team they got now. Even without Rose, I think the Bulls could beat the Celtics. The Knicks beat them, and the Knicks are a shaky team. So the Celtics are not contenders with that team. Even with everybody healthy, Rondo, KG, Pierce, all healthy, they're not a contender. They can't beat Miami. Miami's proved that. They beat them 2 years in a row, and this year they lost to the Knicks, who are shaky. So I think it would be great if they did rebuild, so we could see what's going to happen next with them. You know, when teams keep holding on to these old players and they're not, or these end of career players, not necessarily old, but you can see he's close to the end. Paul Pierce is close to the end. I think they're going to keep Pierce. I don't think he gets traded because he's a franchise Celtic. I think he gets to retire at Celtic, but KG might get traded or he might retire. I heard Doc Rivers was coming back, but I don't see Boston contending. I mean, Rondo's great. They'll be a good team. They'll make the playoffs, but I don't see them contending. They're not beating Miami. They're not beating the Bulls. You know, when Derrick Rose comes back, Miami, Chicago, the top two teams in the East. There's nobody else. Is Miami, Chicago, and then everybody else. And Boston's part of that everybody else. That's the Knicks, Pacers, Hawks, Brooklyn, Celtics, and whoever else comes up. They all fighting for third place. Next question. Do I know any European basketball teams? Greetings from Lithuania. That's Yag Semash. Yeah, I know a bunch of European basketball teams. Go to my website, DreAllDay.com. I've played basketball in Europe. My actual first basketball playing contract was in your country, Lithuania. Kaunas, Lithuania, with a team called Atletas. They've since changed their name to Askai, I think. And they might have changed it again. I don't even know what the name is now, but of course I know a lot of European basketball teams. I don't really watch that much European ball. I watch mostly NBA ball. Exclusively NBA ball, pretty much. Prime X Ali G asked, do I think it's too late for him to be dedicated to his college team in his junior year of college? Man, you tell me. It's your life. You tell me if it's too late. If you think it's too late, I agree with you. If you think it's not, I also agree with you. Jamil says, can I make a new dunk montage on YouTube? No, probably not. I'm over the age of 30. I dunk when I need it. I dunk when I need to. I don't dunk for show no more. So you looking for a dunk montage, you got to watch the old ones. No more dunk montage is going to happen. Ken Abad 11 asked me, did I play ball at Penn State? Go to my website. I covered that. DreAllDay.com/basketball is covered. Kenny Superman asked, do I play ball now on a team? I'm a free agent professionally right now. I am a free agent. That's why we have signed Dre Baldwin. But the team I'm always on for life is team work on your game. So if anybody asks me what team I play for, that's what I'm going to say. Douglas P. asked me, have I ever played against any NBA players? Yes, go to my website, DreAllDay.com. I covered that. Go to the About section, click on the FAQ, stands for Frequently Asked Questions. I have covered that. Everybody asks me that. It's covered. I answer the question and I give you names. Yes, I have played against a bunch of NBA players. 123 Plan Man asked me, what team do I support in the NBA? Nobody. I don't support no team in the NBA. I just like watching good basketball. Whoever that may be, wherever they may play. Nico Upside Down Frown said, who do I think will win the Pacers and Knicks series? I covered that, Nico. You got here late. Hopefully, I hope the Knicks win because I want to see Heat Knicks. But who do I think will win? I guess the money's on the Pacers since they got a 3-2 lead. They got 2 more chances, and the Knicks still got to win to send it to a 7th game. Yag Smith says, work on your game in Lithuanian is Tobalink Savo Zaidma. Yag Smith, you should tweet that to me. You just told me that what work on your game is in Lithuania. Tweet that to me. I'll retweet you. If you're on Twitter. Malloy said, oh yeah, they might get Andrew Wiggins in the draft. You can't depend on that. You know, the Boston Celtics in 1997, they thought they was going to get the number 1 pick, which would have been Tim Duncan. That didn't work out. So you can't go into the draft hoping. Hope is not a strategy. But maybe they will get Wiggins. You never know. Novika000 says, am I going to do something like the challenge with the free throws and that you win a shirt? It's going to be a long time before I do that again, if ever, because actually I gave away 4 free shirts. Only one person sent me a photo of the shirt. And I like when I do stuff for people for free and they're grateful. So I ain't giving away nothing for free. Anything else I give away for free, you're going to work for it. It ain't going to be easy. It ain't going to be nothing simple like make a video of free throws. That was too easy. But that's a long way away. Don't hold your breath, wait for me to give away nothing free, because it ain't going to happen. It's going to be a long time. Make sure I also watch the Dr. J documentary. Yes, of course. Lord Don John. I live in Dubai. I'm 15 years old. I'm 5'7". Do I have a chance to play in the NBA? You tell me if you have a chance to play in the NBA. I don't know, man. I don't have no crystal ball. If you think you can play in the NBA, me too. If you think you can't play in the NBA, me too. What I think about your chances has no bearing on whether you will do it or not. But what you think has 100% control over it. So ask yourself that question. Nini asked me, can I sell this work on your game hat on my site? I will once I'm able to get the proper distribution for it. In other words, I got to be able to get a whole bunch of them so I can sell them. But right now, that's not the case. So eventually, yes, I will sell it. I'm doing this chat for another 3 or 4 minutes. So anybody got any last questions, send them in right now. I'm at the top of the comments. 3 or 4 minutes, then we done. At exactly 1:55, I'm turning this off. It's 1:52. Any questions? Tweet them out right. Comment them right now. It'll be almost exactly an hour anyway, so that's perfect. Anybody else? I'm waiting. Jason, what's up in Mexico? Jamil Davis, you in Mexico? What city you in? Ober Ardo Huiche is Irish for work on your game. Ross, tweet that to me, please. Tweet me that Irish for work on your game. Put it in quotation marks. If anybody lives in a foreign country or you know a foreign language other than English, and you can tell me how to say work on your game in that language, tweet it to me. Put it in quotation marks. And make sure you use the work on your game hashtag, WOYG. 2 more minutes and I'm turning off this live stream. Anybody got any last comments, get them in. Last questions, get them in. This is DreAllDay, Work on Your Game TV, live and direct right now. Friday, May 17th. Marco asked me, what's my Nike fuel goal? I can't tell you. My Nike fuel goal is to get more fuel than you. And the last time I checked, I got the most. Let me pull up my Nike fuel app. Any of y'all got the Nike Plus Hyper Dunks? Add me on. Any of y'all got the Nike Plus Hyper Dunks? Add me on the Nike Plus basketball app or the Nike Fuel app. It's the people I'm competing with now. I'm kicking their ass. 1 more minute and I'm turning this off. It'll be done. It's 1:54 p.m. Any last questions? Let me know. I'm here. Ball Gorilla said his little brother, or her, I don't know. Little brother tried out for high school, got cut off 3 times. He had the fundamentals to work on his game. The coach thinks he's too short. Well, it's the coach's team. He can do what he wants. If he don't want him, he don't want him. It's his team. It's just like going to a job. They don't have to want you. They don't want you. Go to the next job. Novika said, appreciate everything you're doing. You're welcome. All right, everybody, we out of here. Work on your game as always. Whatever you do, whatever you thinking, whatever happens around you, whatever everybody else is doing or saying, work on your game. Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. I got another video coming out today at 5 p.m. Eastern. That's that. I appreciate y'all coming through. Hit me on Twitter at DreAllDay. You got anything else to say, I will reply to you on there.